What's up, everybody? It's your boy Apollo G, and I'm back with another talking point. Now, this talking point is about what is going on right now in the news, and I really didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to end up doing a piece on it, and that is this whole Epstein connection to our president. Now, in the midst of this cover up, I want everybody to realize let's not play semantics with the points of what's going to end up coming out, because the way they're leaking this out, they're obviously picking and choosing what they want in there. It's all strategically planted with a story that I'm sure they have at the end of all of this nonsense. But at the end of this nonsense, what we need to remember is the main key that I wanted everybody to remember after the first term. It only took 4 years to forget the lies he told in the first term. Now let's take focus right now on this particular situation and try to lock down the whole point of him being a liar and his whole administration being liars. One, he lied about ever being on the plane. Not only has he been on there several times, but he's been on there several times even without Epstein. He even bought the plane after Epstein was dead. Two, prison. What went on when Epstein got locked up. Everything that happened around his death while Trump was in office was a lie. Every single thing that was told to us about it.
There is nothing in the file at this point on the Epstein case, and there's going to be a disclosure on this coming shortly.
Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein, is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day.
Do you think, let's play out the logical conclusion of this. Do you think that myself, Bongino, and others would participate in hiding information about Epstein's grotesque activities? Or do you think we would also participate in not prosecuting people we had evidence to prosecute people on?
Stop the cap.
Including the letter that may or may not be fake. Now, if you think about it, if it's real, then that means he killed himself, and who does that work for? If it's fake, then that means that someone tried to set Trump up. That falsifies everything within that report. This you talk about psyops. This is a psyop. 3, he lied about what Maxwell knowing about what Epstein was doing before those files got released and the stuff from his estate got released. They were saying that Maxwell didn't know anything about what Epstein was doing, and they were getting ready to give her a pardon and give her an appeals trial.
Well, I just want to say, for my relationship with President Trump, relationship's a big word, but I just want to say that I met him, or I believe I may have, because of my father in the 90s. And as far as I'm concerned, President Trump was always very cordial and very kind to me. And I just want to say that I admire his extraordinary achievement in becoming the president now. And I like him. And I've always liked him. So that is the sum and substance of my entire relationship with him.
But now they found evidence that proves that not only did she know about it, but she knew about Trump knowing about it. 4, he said it was a hoax.
I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters, and Comey before him. Some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net, and so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. I call it the Epstein hoax. Takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements we've had.
But too much of this happened way before he was even a candidate. And too much of it is documented way before he was even a candidate.
Message.
5, Mar-a-Lago. He said he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago early. 6, co-conspirators. Kash Patel was asked in front of the Senate, are there any co-conspirators? He said no. There was, from what we can tell, no, there's not.
You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay. Now, President Trump has deferred to the FBI and the Department of Justice with respect to the Epstein records. He says it is your call about releasing them. And I understand that the department and the agency have decided to release them in cooperation with the House committee. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But as soon as they made the law that he had to give up everything, Trump comes out and says that they were going after Clinton. They have evidence to make a case against Clinton and Larry Summers. What? 7 clients. There was no client list. At one point, there was a client list, and then there was no client list.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
They've now found at least 10 clients and co-conspirators. What? Regardless of how you look at it, this guy is obviously lying to you. He's lied to you several times. So no matter how this spins out and how this ends up washing out, if there are people guilty, of course they should go to jail. But this is all lies that they've told you already. These lies, you see it. You know it.
Of knowledge.
I know he said he hasn't been to Epstein Island, but look how he said it.
By the way, I never went to the island. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
The fuck is he talking about?
The question is, do you want someone who lies this much? There's no way that they can change what they've already done. And this here alone, this situation alone, is serious enough for impeachment. Is there anything that could be as serious as this? But that's not leaning any way in the political realm. That's not being partisan in any way. Let's stop leaning to the left and stop leaning to the right and try to move forward. Peace.
If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.